Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna start by saying this is not an ad for Chase. I have this hat which they give for free at the US Open, but all jokes aside, I just wanted to make a shorter video because I was in a great mood. I have been doing a ton of traveling lately, and as a lot of you probably know if you're into fitness, traveling messes you up so badly. Yesterday, and this is kind of embarrassing, I was leaving the airport and I was like, yes, I don't have check-in. I can go straight to get my Uber, get home. And then I passed by this brand new chocolate store in the airport and I was like, I've never seen this before. It's Saturday, what rush am I in? And I spent like 20 minutes at this divine chocolate store and got all this awesome chocolate, and I have no regrets. But the funny thing is, I ate most of it in the car ride on my way home. And so on top of already like eating all over the place, sleeping all over the place, and feeling out of sync just from traveling, I went to sleep with a fantastic dessert of like 5 servings of Belgian perfection and had no real reason to do this. And so woke up today and my body was already tired from all this travel, and I didn't really feel like working out, but I came to the gym, which is something I have been really, really consistent with my entire life. And I'm not trying to make this whole channel like just wellness coming from like no authority or like, you know, life coaching or anything like that. You know, I really wanted to emphasize that I have like a free spirit. And I also feel like I've found ways to hack the practice of law and make it much more enjoyable and wholesome in my own ways over the years, and wanted to find a way to just sort of share things that have helped me find a more joyful way of living while still doing really interesting and fulfilling and difficult things in a really tough profession. But wellness just happens to be a big component of that, because I don't think you can be at the top of any field that you're in, or just even be enjoying work, even if you're not at the top of the field. Like, I don't think you can do your best work if you are not taking care of your mind, body, and soul somewhat co-equally. And so getting into the gym today, I felt a little sluggish, and I did a little bit of jogging to try to warm myself up. My pace was pretty slow, and then I did the workout. I tend to do workouts that are kind of like CrossFit or CrossFit itself most often. And so I can always tell that I'm so rusty after traveling, and that's pretty normal. But the funny thing is, it doesn't bother me at all. And that's basically what I wanted to just talk about a little bit, is don't let perfection stop you from just doing what you can. Whether you kind of believe it or not, you're kind of always just going to do what you're capable of doing in any given moment. So oftentimes I think we procrastinate on mental tasks we have to do and on spiritual goals that we have, like maybe meditating or praying or something, and on physical goals like eating better and exercising, because, you know, we're going for this all or nothing approach and everything has to be perfect. And the pursuit of the perfection is what usually stops people from getting out of their head and just doing what they can. And part of doing what you can is like letting go of what anyone thinks. Like, say I didn't like look back to how I looked before my vacation for like a week. Like say I can't snap back in one day. Like, the perfectionist in me would be really annoyed about that and be like, damn, like I just want to do one super duper like intense workout and like feel amazing. And I think it's just better to honor your body. And I think actually for someone like me who's not naturally that athletic, to have stuck to something like CrossFit for so many years, you know, something I've always told myself when I go to any workout on any day is I'm just gonna go. And then I'm gonna do what I can. And if there's something I feel like I can't do, if I'm too underslept or haven't eaten enough or my body's just not doing something great, I'm just gonna do as much as I can. And I've given myself full permission to do that, because that's all I'm gonna be able to do anyway. I mean, of course, you can like willpower your way beyond your natural capacity, but it's really exhausting to do that. And I don't know that you get that much in return. The people who love me in my life aren't gonna love me less because I was bloated for like 2 extra days, or like retaining water from chocolate I ate at the airport. And if they are, then those are probably not the people I need to be so worried about. And if your friends are only gonna love you based on your, body size and ability to be perfect all the time, again, maybe you need to reconsider the people who you are surrounding yourself with, because most people shouldn't care. Most people really don't care. And we're all just policing ourselves and trapped in our own cycles of self-judgment and self-criticism. It's not necessary. It's a beautiful day. You can see the breeze behind me. You can see the trees. You can see the park. I got a little blood pumping. I feel a little bit better about my several days of gorging. And even though I could wait a few days until my face looks better before I film a video, I don't want to. I want you guys to see me in every single color of my life. So I don't mind if you guys see me when I look tired and I haven't slept for a few days, or when I don't have makeup on, or when I feel like there's water retention. I don't care anymore. My point with this channel is to help you live better, fuller lives if you have a really demanding profession like the one I have. And I think a lot of that has to do with letting go of perfection, letting go of so much judgment, so much self-criticism, and just figuring out the things that make you feel good in your day-to-day life, and freeing yourself of so much pressure. Pressure of perfection, I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better to just go and do what you can and be proud of yourself for doing as much as you can. That's probably as much as you're gonna do. Like when you're studying, when you're working out, you're just gonna go to the point of your capacity. Once in a blue moon, you can push that capacity a bit if you have a good reason. But like on average, you're gonna do what your capacity is. So just give yourself permission to go places and do what you're capable of, and not like be mad at yourself for performing at your capacity. I don't see why anyone would be harsh to themselves for that. You shouldn't. You should be proud of yourself for choosing to see what your capacity that day is, and then just take a note of it. It's an observation. So just wanted to give you another short little nugget, something to think about, and to encourage you to just go and do what you can in something that you want to do. Don't set super, super ambitious goals. Just do what you can and pick the right goals. And again, that's a whole separate video that I can't wait to make, about picking the right goals and letting go of the goals that maybe you once set but that don't serve you anymore, and not just holding on to them for the sake of holding on to them. So with that said, have a beautiful, blessed, happy day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.